Hey, I'm Ray Talavis. This is another edition in my series of cigar reviews. Tonight's edition, tonight is July 14th. In the evening in Baltimore, Maryland. Um, it's a special cigar, usually for like special occasions or I guess it's a luxury cigar. The cigar is from Davidoff. Davidoff is a prestigious company. And I mean, they're an international cigar. You know, sold in Europe, in America, and around the world because of their quality and their prestige. Tonight's cigar is the Cigars International 20th Anniversary Davidoff White Label Pyramid. Um, this edition also I want to term as the Elegant Edition. Davidoff is certainly elegant, and I'm going to be pairing it with some Japanese whiskey. Japanese whiskey is made in the Scotch tradition. Um, so I'm going to be pairing it with three whiskeys. The first one being the Yamazaki 12-year-old. Um, the Takutseru um, Pure Malt from Nika Whiskey. Also from Nika Whiskey, we'll be reviewing the Nika Coffee Grain Whiskey from Nika, as you can tell. The Yamazaki is made by Suntory Whiskey. Um, so I wanted to give it a little history um, from for Davidoff. I got off the internet. I'll read this to you. I'm going to do this in two parts. I want to go ahead and anyway, the second part will be after the first take of this or first part of this review. So it goes. Davidoff began life in 1906, the son of a cigar merchant in Kiev, Ukraine, then part of Russia. The Davidoff family blended tobaccos mostly from Asia and sold cigars and cigarettes before moving when Zeno was 5 to Geneva, Switzerland. There they opened a tobacco shop. Even Vladimir Lenin, exiled in Switzerland for several years, was a customer. At the age of 19, Zeno traveled around Latin America, including Cuba, and immersed himself in the cultivation of tobacco. Upon returning to Geneva, Zeno applied his knowledge to the family business. He created, he created new blends, invented new ways of storing tobacco and cigars, later inventing the desktop humidor, allowing customers to buy and properly store many more cigars at home. 1947, the first Davidoff cigar lines called Chateau and Grand Cru, with specific shapes named after the wines of Bordeaux. Davidoff became synonymous with the good life, becoming a great status symbol, particularly in Europe. Okay, so that's the first part of our little history of Davidoff. Davidoff has a storied history, almost 100 years old. I think it was, they said 1907 was when they had that, or 1906 was when they had their first shop. Um, so again, we're going to go ahead and review the Davidoff White Label 20th Anniversary CI Pyramid. So go ahead and take a break and get the tip, cut off the pyramid, and toast it, light it, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back from the break. Also pairing with some beverages. I'm pairing with this cigar review for the 20th Anniversary White Label Davidoff 20th Anniversary CI or Cigars International White Label Pyramid. Compare it with some coffee and some water, along with the Japanese whiskey that I mentioned earlier. Go ahead and clip the cap off this pyramid. Something's taken off. Smells like a very light, beautiful caramel tobacco right now off the wrapper. Same thing off the foot. Just a beautiful smell. Very kind of firm. Kind of firm. A little bit of give. A little bit harder right here. Um, I want to say this is like a dark Connecticut. Not as blonde as a lot of Davidoffs. Um, Kind of like a dark Connecticut, maybe light natural color pyramid. Looks great. Love the Davidoff bands, classic white Davidoff bands for the white labels anyway. Gonna go ahead and toast the foot. Wow, I'm getting like some nice, kind of like sweet nut flavor right now. Gonna go ahead and toast the edge of the foot. Something I do. I just try to like help to ensure like even burn line or whatever. All right. See what this Davidoff has to give us tonight. I mean, I love this cigar. I usually associate this cigar with some light cream flavors, nice tobacco flavors, and spice. I mean, like, it's surprising, but this Connecticut, dark Connecticut, has some nice spice to it. Last time I remember, I love this cigar. Yeah, spice, some strength. Mm, just delicious. I'm tasting like delicious tobacco, spice, strength. I don't know if Davidoff has a strength associated with it, but I mean, I'm tasting strength. I mean by that is like there's like a tobacco fume, like a strong like jet fume, um, uh, and I'm getting some sweet creamy tobacco flavor, some like cafe au lait flavors, so some nice tobacco flavor and some spice. Great cigar. This 20th anniversary Cigars International White Label Davidoff Pyramid. Ooh, a lot of spice on this thing. Drink some coffee. Drink some water. So I'm gonna go ahead and pair this with the Yamazaki 12-year-old um, Japanese whiskey. Um, like I said, Japanese whiskey for the most part, and this is made from by Suntory whiskey in Japan. Japanese whiskey is made in the Scotch tradition. They tend to be more elegant than Scotch. I mean, you know, I'm not saying it's better. I think I love all kinds of Scotch. It's just that's just his personality, basically. I mean, to say that I like Yamazaki better than I like Balvenie, which I have, or Glenfiddich, or Johnny Walker Black, which I have. I have Glenfiddich right too. I can't say that. I mean, they're just different. You know what I mean? Like people have different personalities, and Scotch, Japanese whiskey have different personalities. So there it is. Ooh, it has like a very kind of like leathery, kind of like cedary, some caramel notes in the nose. Very elegant. Again, this is the elegant edition. Drinking some elegant Japanese whiskey, smoking a very elegant Davidoff. You know, wearing an Opus X hat. I just got this hat today or yesterday, so I had to wear it. You know, I mean, I'm an Opus kind of guy. I had to wear it for this review. I mean, I know it doesn't go really with a Davidoff review, but hey, man, I mean, I wore a Cuban stock hat when I was reviewing the Tender White Black Label, so I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. You know, I had an order from Tampa Sweethearts, and you know, I got some Don Carlos Double Robustos and some Hemingways and this hat in mail, so I just had to wear this hat. I mean, I love this hat, so I just had to wear it. Probably wear it for another, maybe in another Arturo Fuente review or whatever. I mean, elegant. You know, Opus is elegant. Davidoff is elegant. You know, the Japanese whiskey is very elegant. You know, coffee is very elegant. Water is very elegant too. So, mm, yeah. It's very nuanced. This Yamazaki, very smooth. Um, just goes down really easily. Has some nice caramel notes, some leather, and some cedar, and some fire. So, Japanese whiskey doesn't usually have as much fire as I would say Scotch whiskey, but you know, I mean, your results may vary depending upon how you know taste things and everything. So anyway, I'm just we're into the first third of the Davidoff CI 20th anniversary white label. Very sweet cigar, very strong tobacco flavors, very spicy, very smooth. I mean, Davidoff has a well earned reputation. You know, like I mean, they have a reputation for like having like a mushroom flavor or a musty flavor. I've never got that from a Davidoff. So I mean, I'm waiting to get that. I mean, I wouldn't mind tasting that, but I just haven't had it before. So let's go ahead and get back to this little history of Davidoff. It says before creating the Davidoff cigar, the Davidoff shop sold Cuban cigars, and in particular had great success. Um, in 1967, Cuba Tobacco, the state-run organization that controlled the Cuban cigar industry, approached Davidoff with the idea of making a Cuban cigar in the family's name. The cigar, some say, was essentially a version of the Cohiba made in the same factory, but with a lighter wrapper that made the Davidoff version smoother and milder. The Cuban Davidoff cigars were a huge success and demand grew. So did production, and that created concerns on Zeno's part about maintaining quality and consistency in his brand. Hedging his bets, Davidoff also began producing some cigars in the Dominican Republic, including the Davidoff White Label. The white labels this cigar included are Dominican made, or made in the Dominican Republic. Actually, all the Davidoff cigars are made in the Dominican Republic, including the black labels, which have cigars from like I believe Nicaragua and Brazil or Ecuador, and the Escurio. And but those for those products, they're made in Dominican Republic too. But they have like the tobacco leaves imported from those other states, other countries. The Cuban Davidoff cigars were a huge success and demand grew. Um, Davidoff also made Dominican Davidoff White Label. By 1991, Zeno had dissolved the relationship with Cuba and moved all Davidoff production to the Dominican Republic. He cited loss of quality control as the main reason. He is alleged to have burned in public, no less, thousands of those Cuban Davidoffs that he felt were not up to standard. I've read about that, and I believe it's true. That's a loss of like millions of dollars. Um, some of the Davidoff cigars products are that the Davidoff White Label, which includes Millennium, Ground Cru, Signature, and Anniversario. And then in the 2000s, Davidoff introduced a black label line to the portfolio. This corresponded with the use of Nicaraguan tobaccos and cigars of the Davidoff Nicaragua. Um, and then then they said they expanded the black label catalog with Yamasa and Escurio. Yamasa has a dark Dominican wrapper blended with Dominican and Nicaraguan filler, um, and also Brazilian tobacco. Yamasa is a Dominican. What is a Dominican Puro? Yeah, Yamasa is a Dominican Puro. So that's a little history of Davidoff. All I can say is Davidoff is right up there with any cigar in the world, as is Padron, as is Fuente, as is a whole bunch of cigar companies. Um, you know, I mean, whether you're talking about American companies or Dominican or Honduran or Mexican or Brazilian or Cuban or whatever. I'm missing some countries out there. I know that, but Jamaican. Um, Cigars these days are just really the quality and variety is just exploded in the modern era of cigars. So one final tasting note on this cigar. Um, just a wonderful cigar. I'm tasting a lot of sweet tobacco, spice, creaminess, elegance. I mean, wouldn't expect anything less from Davidoff. Drinking some Yamazaki Japanese whiskey. Great pairing with this. I mean, you know, they complement each other very well, having very similar flavors. So, on the next part of this edition of my cigar reviews, I'll be go ahead and um, pairing this with another Japanese whiskey, Teketseru from Nikka Whiskey in Japan. So, go ahead and do a break. Start this down to the second third, and we'll get right back with you. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend, weeknight, and y'all take care. Okay, we're back again in this review of the White Label Davidoff um, Cigars International 20th Anniversary Pyramid. As you can tell, we're into the second third. Um, I mean, the construction isn't perfect. Great draw. Um, Nice burn line. It got a little bit wavy. I had to correct it once, but no big deal. I mean, just a wonderful smoke. Just a very elegant kind of cigar. Um, Very refined. Getting a lot of nice tobacco flavor. During the period of takes, I was tasting some cafe au lait, spice, charcoal, and some nice, really delicious light tobacco flavor. Just wonderful. So it's a I mean, Davidoff is Davidoff. It's just a great cigar. No mushroom flavor or musty flavor. Um, just sweet tobacco flavor. So again, this is the elegant edition of my cigar reviews. The elegant edition, which is the review of the Davidoff White Label. So I'm gonna go ahead and pair. Elegant because of the Davidoff and also The three Japanese whiskeys are the Japanese whiskeys have one element in common. It's the elegance. They're very smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and pair this with the second Japanese whiskey. It's the Tekitsuru um, uh, Tekitsuru um, pure malt um, from Nika Japanese whiskey. Tekitsuru is named after the founder of or the innovator of Japanese. He brought Japanese whiskey or whiskey to Japan or whatever. He learned in Scotland, the Scotch tradition, and brought it to Japan, founding the Nika Japanese Whiskey Company. So the Tekitsuru um, Japanese whiskey um, um, Tek, is made by Nika Japanese Whiskey Company. They also make Yoichi and Nika coffee grain whiskey. Yoichi is probably their smoothest whiskey. This is like Tekitsuru is in the middle of that of Yoichi and also the Nika coffee grain whiskey. It has the elegance, but a little bit more fire than the Yoichi. So depending on your on your mood or whatever, if you want a little bit more fire than the Yoichi, then Tekitsuru might be the way to go. It smells delicious, very caramely. Oh, very smooth, very smooth. Not as smooth as Yoichi. I mean, I've never had a whiskey as smooth as Yoichi. I mean, the one thing also common with all these Japanese whiskeys is the rarity of it all. They're in such high demand that it's hard to find these whiskeys and everything. So, very deep, rich tobacco flavors now. Some spice, some charcoal. I was tasting bread earlier. Not so much bread now, but tell you this Davidoff is delicious. As is this, Yamazaki. I'm not Yamazaki. Tekitsuru. Sorry, Tekitsuru. Just a delicious whiskey. A great compliment to cigars, I think. But yeah. So we're into the second third of this Davidoff. I'll try to give you some tasting notes. Some rich tobacco flavor, very nuanced tobacco flavor. Like parts of the tobacco flavor is like a spectrum of from like richer to like less strong. It's like just a wonderfully nuanced cigar. Another cigar that's very well balanced. I mean, everything is in balance. Just so elegant. Just delicious. Have some more of this Tekitsuru, named after the founder of Japanese whiskey. Just wonderful. Have some coffee. Coffee is a great pair to cigars. Water. So it's a hot summer night here, Saturday night in Baltimore, Maryland. It's around 11 o'clock, so the night's still young, if you know what I mean. Might go out later on, have some fun. But no, I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself right now. A little grassiness now, which is interesting with tobacco, cafe au lait, spice. I mean, I don't know if most people associate spice with Davidoff, but this particular Davidoff has spice to it. Just a rich tobacco flavor. So here we are into the going into the from the second third into the last third. Gonna have to take the bands off. Just to summarize what we're doing here, Davidoff White Label 20th anniversary for CI pyramid. Pairing it with some elegant. This is the elegant episode, with some elegant Japanese whiskeys. So the next portion of this episode will be on the last Japanese whiskey, which is the Nika coffee grain whiskey. They distill it in a coffee grain, kind of like still or whatever. But so anyway, just enjoying the night. Hope everyone's well out there. Just enjoying the heck out of this Davidoff White Label. This White Label was, I would imagine it was about like a 5 3/4 by 54 ring gauge pyramid. Construction was awesome. No problem with the draw. Draw's perfect. With most Davidoff products, that the draw's perfect. And you know, just had to touch it up once. No big deal. I mean, you could tell the burn is kind of razor right now. No problems with this cigar whatsoever. Just a wonderful, wonderful experience. So we're heading to to another break. Smoked the Davidoff White Label down to the last third, and we'll get right back with you. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Take care. Okay, welcome back to the last portion of this cigar review. The Davidoff White Label Elegant edition of the series. Into the final third. Let me give you some tasting notes of what I was tasting during the break. Very strong leather component showing up right now. Some nuanced, really rich tobacco flavor. The cafe au lait kind of left a little bit. You know, I'm getting a lot of good, strong spice. The cigar is picking up strength and power. I would say the flavor is full. The body is full. I mean, just classic Davidoff flavors. So you know, so this is the elegant edition. Partly because Davidoff is elegant. You know, Davidoff is kind of equates to elegance and luxury, and also because that we're also pairing it with 3 Japanese whiskeys and some coffee. The first Japanese whiskey that was paired with was the Yamazaki from Suntory, and then the second one was the Yamazaki, and then now we're trying Nika, both of which are from Nika Coffee Grain Whiskey, both of which are produced by the Nika Japanese Whiskey Company. So we're going to go ahead and pair it with the Nika Coffee Grain Whiskey. This is a stronger. It's not quite as elegant as the previous 2 on the Yoichi. It's a very nice whiskey. I mean, honestly, I like the Yoichi, the Yamazaki, and the Teketsuru a little bit better. But I mean, you know, whiskey's whiskey. You know what I mean? Like, I love whiskey, so we'll give this Nika Coffee Grain whiskey a try. Oh, very floral. You can smell some caramel. Very nice nose. Very complex. Probably more complex than the other 3. It leads off with caramel, and then like variations of like caramel within it, like stronger to like milder caramel. Very complex. Yeah, it's elegant, but not quite as elegant as the previous 3 whiskeys that I mentioned. This is a little bit rougher around the edges. Not quite as much fire as a traditional Scotch, but still a fine whiskey. Very fine whiskey. Like I said, you might want to search this out at your local liquor store. You might want to try to use the internet. I suggest trying Decanta. website, Dekanta. It's a Japanese whiskey site. They usually have all the Japanese whiskeys. Just a great site. The prices, I mean, Japanese whiskey, the prices can be inflated. You have to search around, but just try to find whatever bargain you can find. It's just in high demand right now that's why the prices can be inflated. Get a lot of spice, pepper, nuanced tobacco flavor. It's a wonderful, wonderful smoke. This is the Davidoff. I mean, any Davidoff is a super premium cigar. You know, definitely a special occasion cigar due to the rarity and price point of Davidoff. If you go to a B&M, you might not find Davidoff. Davidoff is hard to find. I mean, I got this off the internet, probably from actually Cigars International, because this is a Cigars International 20th anniversary Davidoff. Just Davidoff speaks for itself. Just like Padron, just like Fuente, La Flor Dominicana, Joya de Nicaragua. Alec Bradley, Ashton. Um, I mean, some cigar companies just their name speaks for themselves, and Davidoff is definitely one of them. Super premium to super super premium. Definitely special occasion cigars. If you're having a wedding or an anniversary, the birth of a child, um, birthday, anniversary. I mean, it's definitely a special occasion cigar that will be that will be befitting of the occasion. Wonderful, wonderful smoke. So we're into the last third of this cigar review of the 20th anniversary Cigars International White Label Pyramid. I think this cigar ran me like $25 a stick. About 10 of them. I have like 3 left. I'm so sad, but wonderful, wonderful stick. If you were if you were to ask me, like, how would you describe this cigar, I would say elegant. This cigar. Davidoff just exudes elegance and luxury, and this cigar definitely personifies that. I'm getting like nuanced tobacco, some spice, some pepper, um, some leather. It's just a wonderful stick. I mean, elegant, just like this episode. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and like try to like summarize like this review. Drinking the Nika coffee grain whiskey with the Davidoff White Label. Um, anyway, to summarize, I hope you all found were entertained and found informative my brief history of the Davidoff Corporation in Geneva from Geneva. Um, the Davidoff White Label 20th anniversary Cigars International Pyramid is just delicious. I hope you liked my pairing with the 3 Japanese whiskeys. Right now I'm drinking the Nika coffee grain whiskey. To summarize, my experience with the Davidoff White Label 20th anniversary Cigars International Pyramid. Just elegant, restrained, but powerful. It's rich tobacco flavors, rich nuanced tobacco flavors. I have some spice, some strength, um, some leather, definitely leather, and like cafe au lait and cream, and just very smooth. Those are what I experienced with this wonderful Davidoff White Label. Um, so that's my summary of this cigar, the Davidoff White Label. Um, in a way, it's just been a wonderful, wonderful experience pairing this with my Japanese whiskeys, both of which are elegant and powerful at the same time. What a wonderful combination. Anyway, I hope you all are enjoying your weekend now. It's Saturday night. Time for me to go out. I hope you all have a great weekend, or whenever you're seeing this. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, or and I mean, my recommendation for this cigar: 5 out of 5 stars again. Just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful smoke. A singular experience full of elegance, refinement, and luxury, just like Davidoff kind of personifies. I can't recommend this highly enough. Leave the hype. Davidoff has his position in the cigar industry for a reason. My experience with Davidoffs have been like terrific. So I can't recommend this highly enough. Any Davidoff product. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up the way I usually do. Um, I wish you good health, good wealth, good friends, and family, and lots of love. All right, good night out there, and I hope you all take it easy. Good night.